Good morning students. Today we will discuss a new chapter, that is chapter number 2, units and measurements. And for examination pattern it is carrying only weightage is equal to 2 marks. But it is very important a topic for your basic information for all the chapters that what you are studying in first year as well as second year. And we will start the topic, that is units and measurements. And first term we will start with what do you mean by physical quantity in the topic physical quantity. This is very important term because in each and every topic you are going to study about many quantities, physical quantities, and how to measure the physical quantities, what is their unit, everything regarding units you are going to study. The basic term in this chapter, that is starting with a word as physical quantity. What do you mean by physical quantity? It is a quantity which can be measurable, a quantity which are measured, which can be measured and express, which can possible to measure and express in terms of numerical value, and express in terms of numerical value, in terms of numerically. These quantities are called as physical quantities, You know very well many quantities. For example, what is the meaning of the physical quantity? That quantity can able to measure. After measuring the quantity, and it is possible to express in terms of number, numerically, in the sense, the numerically is the word carrying. If you able to express that quantity by writing a number, means numerically if it is possible to express, and also after measuring if it is possible to express in terms of number, that all quantities we are going to call it as physical quantities. Many examples, as you know very well, many examples are there. First one, length. Length is a physical quantity which can be measured, possible to measure, as well as you can write in terms of, express in terms of a numerical value. How come? For example, the length of the marker is equal to 10 centimeter. Is it possible to measure the length of the marker? Yes, of course it is possible to measure. After measuring the length of the marker, how much is the length? For example, 10 centimeter is the length of the marker. Yes, how to express in terms of numerically? Yes, its length is equal to 10 centimeter. Is it possible to measure the length of the marker? Yes, of course, I measured. Means I measured its length. Then is it possible to express its length in terms of a numerically or a numerical value? Yes, of course. How to? Numerically, in the sense, the word indicating this number, 10 centimeter. Possible to measure. After measuring, we have to possible to express that physical quantity in terms of number, means numerical value. For example, length, and another example you can take area. For example, here one object is there. How to measure its area? Side into side, that is equal to area. Yes, it is possible to measure its area. Area of the object is possible to measure, and how to express? For example, its area is equal to 10 meter square. Yes, numerically we have to I express or possible to express its area, that is a 10. I measured, yes, it is a measurable quantity. And is it possible to express in terms of numerically? Yes. How much it is? 10 meter square. Yes, I expressed in terms of number, means numerically. Area. And take another examples, that is volume of the body. Volume. For example, here one glass is there. Its volume can be measured. Yes, it is possible to measure the space present inside here. Yes, that is a volume. How much space or how much a space that the object is providing for occupying a matter here, that is a volume. And volume can possible to measure how much it is there. For example, volume is equal to, that is around 10 meter cube. Yes, it is possible to express in terms of numerical value. Yes, volume is also able to measure as well as possible to express in terms of a numerical value, that is a volume. And next example, you can take velocity. Velocity, the object is moving with how much speed that the object is in moving. Yes, is it possible to express and possible to measure? Velocity is there. And next, temperature. Next, temperature. For example, the temperature is nothing but that is also quantity. How much temperature is there in this classroom? That is 27 degrees Celsius, as you know very well. It is possible to measure as well as it is possible to express. Temperature is there. And next, acceleration is there. With how much acceleration the body is moving. Acceleration. And next, mass is there, etc. Many examples are there. For example, the marker having the mass is equal to around 0.1 kg. Yes, is it possible to measure the mass of the marker? Yes, of course possible. It is possible to measure the mass of this marker. Yes, it is possible. As well as, is it possible to express the mass in terms of value? Yes, 0.1 kg. 0.1 is nothing but that is, we are going to express the mass of the marker in terms of a number. Number is nothing but that is a numerically. Generally, you understand here what do you mean by physical quantity. A quantity of whose quantity which are able to measure as well as able to express in terms of number, means ಅವನ್ನ ಮೇಜರ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೆ ಬರಬೇಕು. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಎಷ್ಟದ, ಹೌ ಮಚ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್, ಎಷ್ಟದ ಅಂತೇಳಿ ನಮಗೆ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ರೆಸ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೆ ಬರಬೇಕು. ನಂಬರ್ ಬರೋದು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ರೆಸ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೆ ಬಂದ್ರೆ ದೋಸ್ ಕ್ವಾಂಟಿಟೀಸ್ ಆರ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಅ ಫಿಸಿಕಲ್ ಕ್ವಾಂಟಿಟೀಸ್. ದೀಸ್ ಆರ್ ಆಲ್ ಫಿಸಿಕಲ್ ಕ್ವಾಂಟಿಟೀಸ್. And next, the physical quantities further we are going to divide into scalar quantities and vector quantities. Scalar quantities and another type is a vector physical quantities. Vector physical quantities. And regarding the physical quantities can be divided into two types. One is a scalar, another one is a vector quantity. And regarding scalar physical quantity and vector physical quantity, we can discuss in another topic. And a bit I would like to discuss about what do you mean by scalar quantity. These are the quantities which are having only magnitude but not a direction. But the quantities which are having magnitude as well as a direction. For example, force is there. If I push the object is moving in this direction. In which direction you are applying the force? In that direction the object is moving. Therefore, force is which quantity? Vector quantity. But mass is there. The mass is equal to 10 kg. Is the mass having direction? It is not having direction. It is having only magnitude. Magnitude means how much it is. That is a magnitude. Number, that is a magnitude. ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಅದಕ್ಕೇನು ಇರ್ತದ, ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಇರ್ತದ, ನಂಬರ್ ಇರ್ತದ, ಮ್ಯಾಗ್ನಿಟ್ಯೂಡ್ ಇರ್ತದ, ಎಷ್ಟದ ಅಂತೇಳಿ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ರೆಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದಾ. ಬಟ್ ಅದರ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಯಾವ ಕಡೆ ಅದ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಕ್ಕೆ ಬರಂಗಿಲ್ಲ. ದೋಸ್ ಕ್ವಾಂಟಿಟೀಸ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಕಾಲ್ ಇಟ್ ಆಸ್ ಸ್ಕೇಲಾರ್ ಕ್ವಾಂಟಿಟೀಸ್. ಬಟ್ ಸಮ್ ಕ್ವಾಂಟಿಟೀಸ್ ಆರ್ ದೇರ್, we can able to express those quantities along with the magnitude as well as a direction. For example, force ಅದ, ಒಂದು ಬಾಡಿ ಮೇಲೆ ನೀವು ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಅಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡಿದ ತಕ್ಷಣ For example, I have applied 2 Newton of force on the body. What is the magnitude? 2 Newton. What is the direction? ನಾನು ಫಾರ್ವರ್ಡ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಅಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡೀನಿ. ಇನ್ ವಿಚ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ದ ಬಾಡಿ ಈಸ್ ಮೂವಿಂಗ್? ಇನ್ ದ ಫಾರ್ವರ್ಡ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್. ಎಸ್. Is the force having a direction? Yes, of course the force having a direction as well as a magnitude. How much you are applying, that is a magnitude. In which direction that the body is able to move, that is a direction. The force having both magnitude as well as a direction, therefore that is a vector quantity. But some quantities having only magnitude but not a direction, call it as a scalar quantities. Some quantities having magnitude along with a direction, going to call it as a vector quantities. Regarding these two, we are going to study in the middle of the topic, that is the difference between scalar quantities and vector quantities, and this is the concept not required for us, and leave it. Next we can go, that is units. What are units? Let us take the terms. What do you mean by units? Units are nothing but, how to define units? Units are nothing but, units are internationally accepted reference standards. Internationally accepted reference standard. Reference standard for what purpose? Standard for what purpose? To measure the physical quantities. To measure the physical quantities, we are going to call it as units. To measure physical quantities, we are going to call it as units, called units. What do you mean by units? Units are nothing but, these are accepted internationally. It means that across all over the world, each and every country has been accepted these units. For what purpose units we are going to use? Just to measure or to express any physical quantity. ಫಿಸಿಕಲ್ ಕ್ವಾಂಟಿಟಿನ ಮೇಜರ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು ಸಿಸ್ಟಮನ್ನು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ವಿ ಆರ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಯೂಸ್ ಒನ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಆ್ಯಸ್ ಅ ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡರ್ಡ್, ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದಟ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಈಸ್ ಅಕ್ಸೆಪ್ಟೆಡ್ ಆಲ್ ಎಂಟೈರ್ ಅಕ್ರಾಸ್ ದಿ ವರ್ಲ್ಡ್. ದಟ್ ಯು ಮೀನ್ ಬೈ ಇಂಟರ್ನ್ಯಾಷನಲಿ ಅಕ್ಸೆಪ್ಟೆಡ್ ರೆಫರೆನ್ಸ್. It is a system we are going to use it as a reference. For what purpose? To measure any physical quantities. Those reference, that what we are going to use for the measurement of physical quantities, we are going to call it as a units. For example, what are the units? Mass. What is the unit to measure the mass? That is kilogram. Means shortly we are going to call it as kg. This is the first one. And length is there. Yes, length is the physical quantity. In order to measure a length as a physical quantity, which is the unit we are going to use, that is a meter. Shortly we are going to call it as small m. And velocity is there. It is a physical quantity which can be possible to measure, and to measure this one, which internationally accepted standard, a unit which we are using, that is meter per second or meter per second. And acceleration is there. Acceleration is there, that is meter per second square. Meter per second square. And this is about units. Velocity, density, volume, work, force, many other units are there, just to express or the measure a physical quantities that what we are going to use, that system, and that system is accepted internationally. It means that all the countries which are accepted to use that system to measure the physical quantities are going to call it as a units. Some examples: in all the countries to measure the mass, commonly we are going to use one of the unit, that is a kilogram. Length ಬಂದಾಗ meter, velocity measure ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೆ unit meter per second, acceleration meter per second square, a force is there, a Newton, work is there, getting joule, many other units are there. And now these are the example, just you can take a next concept, that is fundamental physical quantities. Fundamental physical quantities, this is the next concept. Fundamental physical quantities. Physical quantities, basically we are going to classifying into two types. One is a fundamental physical quantities and another one is derived physical quantities. Derived physical quantities. Derived physical quantities. Basically we are going to study two types of physical quantities. One is a fundamental physical quantities and another one is derived quantities. The another name of fundamental is basic physical quantities. Basic physical quantities. What do you mean by fundamental physical quantities? The fundamental physical quantities are nothing but, what are fundamental physical quantity? These are the quantities. These are the physical quantities independent of each other. These are the physical quantities independent of each other. These are the physical quantities independent of each other. It means that, what is the meaning of independent? Some physical quantities are there, those physical quantities are not depending upon any other quantity. They are independent. Getting? They are independent, and those units we cannot derive from other source, means other quantities. They are independent, means not depending upon other quantity. Those quantities, these are the physical quantities independent of each other. Those quantities are called as fundamental physical quantities, fundamental physical quantities or basic physical quantities. Fundamental physical quantities or basic physical quantities. Fundamental or basic, the word meaning it is indicating same, and these quantities are not depending upon any other quantities. We are not deriving these quantities from some other quantity. And these quantities, for example, I have taken, for example, first one is a length. And length is the quantity which is not depending upon some other quantity. For example, it is a marker, its length is to be measured. In order to measure its length, directly I am measuring the length. I have to measure the area, I have to measure the thickness, I have to measure the temperature. No, not at all required. Directly you have to measure the length of this object. Yes, directly we can measure its length. It is a fundamental or basic. Length or a time is there. Time can be measured directly without the help of any other quantities. I want to measure the time. In order to measure the time, can I require density or can I require a length of something? Nothing. Directly we have to measure the time, and time is the physical quantity, is not depending upon any other quantity. That's why time is one of the fundamental or basic. Getting? And next, length, time, mass is there. For example, in order to find out the mass of this marker, directly I can able to find out. Getting? What is the mass? Just take this one and keep on the weighing machine. Directly we are getting the mass. Yes, the mass is the physical quantity. It is independent of, means not depending upon some other quantity. Length is there, time is there, mass, and temperature is there, and temperature is also same. Temperature is there, current is there. Yes, current is also physical quantity. Getting how much the current is flowing in the wire, that can be measured directly. Current is there, current. And next one is luminous intensity is there. Luminous intensity. Luminous intensity. What is a luminous intensity? A luminous intensity is a physical quantity. For what purpose we are going to use? A luminous intensity, it is the term belongs to measure the intensity of light. Getting light the intensity, light the ತೀವ್ರತೆ, light the intensity na find out ಮಾಡಕ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡುವಂತ physical quantity ಹೆಸರಿನ luminous intensity. Luminous means it is indicating the meaning as a light. How much is it is the intensity of the light? The intensity of the light we can find out, but in physics we are going to use a standard word, luminous intensity. What is luminous intensity? It is the physical intensity. It is the physical quantity which gives how much intensity that the light having. That is a luminous intensity is one of the physical quantity. And another one is amount of substance. Amount of substance. For example, you might have heard about Avogadro number. Getting 1 mole. 1 mole is the unit of amount of substance. How much substance is there in the matter? Getting the amount of substance can be measured. For example, one element is there. How much that element is? Means element is a substance. How much it is? How many atoms or how many particles are present in that element? Getting amount of substance in the sense, let us consider here marker is there. How many particles are belongs to the marker? That is amount of substance we are going to measure in terms of number of particles present in the matter. Getting length, time, mass, temperature, current, luminous intensity. It means that the intensity of the light we are going to measure, that word indicating a luminous intensity. Luminous means light. And next, amount of substance means amount of substance in the sense, for example, here one material is there. How many particles are present in the material? For example, here 1 kg of iron metal is there. This is a metal. Getting how many of particles are present in this metal, that can be measured. That word indicating amount of substance. Amount of substance in the sense how many particles are present in this respective given material. These are all 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. These 7 quantities we are going to call it as basic quantities or a fundamental physical quantities. Means all these quantities are not extracting, means they are not depending upon some other quantity. We are not taking the help of other quantity to express these quantities. ಈ ಕ್ವಾಂಟಿಟಿನ ನೀವು ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಲೆಂತ್ ಆಗಲಿ, ಟೈಮ್ ಆಗಲಿ, ಮಾಸ್ ಆಗಲಿ, ಈ 7 ಫಿಸಿಕಲ್ ಕ್ವಾಂಟಿಟಿನ ನೀವು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ರೆಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ we are not taking the help of any other quantities. Therefore these are basic quantities. They are independent of each other. They are not depending upon each other. That's why in order to length, can I take the help of time? No. In order to measure the time, can I take the help of length? No. In order to measure the mass, is it required? No. In order to measure the time, is it required? No. In order to measure the temperature, is it required? No. In order to measure the current, is it required? No. Getting they are independent of each other. That's why out of these quantities they are all independent of each other. It is not depending upon this one. This is not depending upon this one. It is not depending upon this one. It is not depending upon this one. That's why we are going to call it as all these quantities are independent of each other. We are going to call these 7 physical quantities are nothing but fundamental physical quantities or basic physical quantities. And next we study about what are derived quantities. Next we'll study about what are derived quantities. That is, okay, next we'll study about derived physical quantities. These are the quantities derived from fundamental quantities. These are the quantities derived, means they are depending upon which quantities? Fundamental quantities. Those quantities we are going to call it as derived physical quantities. These are the quantities derived from, means derived means quantities. These are the quantities derived from. Derived means depend upon fundamental quantities. Depend upon fundamental quantities. Derived from fundamental quantities. Fundamental quantities are called as derived quantities. Derived quantities. Fundamental quantities called derived quantities. Derived quantities. For example, what do you mean by basic quantities or fundamental quantities? The quantities which are not depending upon some other quantity, they are independent of each other. Those quantities are called as fundamental quantities. But while coming to the derived quantities, these are depending upon some other quantity. Means which are those quantity? Fundamental quantities. Fundamental quantities ಮೇಲೆ ಡಿಪೆಂಡ್ ಇರುವಂಥ ಕ್ವಾಂಟಿಟಿಗೆ ಏನಂತೀವ ಡೆರಿವ್ಡ್ ಕ್ವಾಂಟಿಟಿ. ವಿಚ್ ಆರ್ ದೋಸ್? ಫಾರ್ example, that is work. This is called as a derived quantity. How come? This is extracted, means it is depending upon which quantity? Fundamental quantity. Work is equal to force into displacement, force into distance, or displacement. Force into displacement. Again, work is equal to force can be, that is m into e. Mass into acceleration is nothing but a force. Distance is nothing but a d. Displacement is nothing but a d. Here m is nothing but a fundamental quantity. M, mass. Mass is a fundamental quantity. Mass is fundamental quantity. And distance is nothing but a length. Length is also which quantity? Fundamental quantity. Also fundamental quantity. Yes, without mass and length, distance is nothing but a length. As you know very well, length is fundamental quantity, mass is also fundamental quantity. Without mass and length, can you able to express the work? Highly impossible. That's why it is a derived quantity, because it is depending upon fundamental quantities, which are mass and length are the fundamental quantities. Without these fundamental quantities, it is highly impossible to express the quantity as a work. That's why it is called as derived quantity. That's why the work is nothing but a derived quantity. And take another example, that is a density. Density is also a derived quantity. How come? This is also depending upon a formula of density is mass divided by volume. And here mass is nothing but that is m. Mass is also fundamental quantity. As you know very well, mass is also a fundamental quantity. And again, volume is nothing but length into length or length into breadth into height. That is called as volume. L is also fundamental quantity. L is nothing but a length. Breadth is also length, and height is also length. The length is nothing but it is a fundamental quantity. Therefore, without a fundamental quantity, means without mass or without length, is it possible to express the density? It is highly impossible. That's why in order to express the density, which terms are required? Mass and length, breadth, height. Length is a L is a length, B is a length, H is a length, and mass is fundamental quantity, and these are all fundamental quantities. Therefore, in order to express a density as the quantity, then these fundamental quantities are required. Means this is a derived quantity. Means the derived quantity is depending upon which quantities? The derived quantities are depending upon fundamental quantities. Getting what I am saying, you understood, I think. Getting, without fundamental quantity it is highly impossible to express the derived quantities. That's why work, for example, I have taken work, and next one is density, and if you take another one, velocity is also which quantity? That is a derived quantity. For example, this is distance by time. What is the formula? Distance by time. Time is also fundamental quantity. Distance means length. Distance means length. Mass is also fundamental. Length is also fundamental. Without this fundamental quantity, is it possible to express velocity? No, highly impossible. That's why velocity is the quantity, and it is depending upon which quantities? Fundamental quantities. These are fundamental quantities. With the help of fundamental quantities, we are going to express the one of the physical quantity, calling it as a velocity. Therefore, it is also which quantity? A derived quantity. And next we will study about, that is, what are fundamental units. Next we will study about fundamental units. Fundamental units and derived units. Derived units. What are fundamental units? The units which are the units used to measure fundamental quantities are called as fundamental quantities are called as fundamental units. Quantities called fundamental units. I won't discuss much about this one. This is very easy to understand. Fundamental quantities ಅನ್ನು ಮೇಜರ್ ಮಾಡಾಕ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡುವಂಥ ಯೂನಿಟ್ಗೆ ಏನಂತಾರ? ಫಂಡಮೆಂಟಲ್ ಯೂನಿಟ್ಸ್. ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್, ವಾಟ್ ಆರ್ ದೋಸ್ fundamental unit? For example, what is the fundamental? Take one example for fundamental quantity. Length. Length is a fundamental quantity. What is its unit? That is a meter. And another example, that is mass. What is the fundamental quantity here? Mass. To measure the fundamental quantity as a mass, which is the unit? That is kg. That is kilogram. And next you take, that is the time. Time means that is second. What are these? This is a fundamental unit to measure the fundamental quantity as length. It is a fundamental unit to measure fundamental quantity as a mass. It is a fundamental unit to measure a fundamental quantity as time. Like that, current. That is ampere. Its SI unit is ampere, means fundamental unit. And next, luminous intensity. Its fundamental unit is, that is candela, indicated as CD. Next I will discuss about what I mean by candela and its definition. And next, temperature is there. Its fundamental unit is, that is Kelvin. And one more, amount of substance is there. Its fundamental unit is, that is mole. Fundamental unit is mole. These are all fundamental units. Fundamental quantities ಅನ್ನು ಮೇಜರ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೆ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡುವಂಥ ಯೂನಿಟಿಗೆ ಏನಂತಾರ? ಫಂಡಮೆಂಟಲ್ ಯೂನಿಟ್ಸ್. And what are derived units? Derived units are nothing but those are the units. Derived units are nothing but those are the units to measure which quantities? Derived units. Derived units ಅನ್ನು ಮೇಜರ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೆ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡುವಂಥ ಕ್ವಾಂಟಿಟಿಗೆ ಏನಂತಾರ? Derived units. What are derived units? These are the units used to measure which quantities? Derived quantities called as derived units. Just now you discussed example for derived quantities. For example, density is equal to formula mass divided by volume. It is a derived quantity. It can be measured by using a unit as its unit is kg, its unit is meter cube. This is equal to kg per meter cube. This is a derived unit. This is a unit of density. And take a velocity. Velocity is equal to distance by time. Distance is a meter, time is a second. This is equal to meter per second. Here derived unit is meter per second. This is a derived quantity, its a derived unit is meter per second. And another one is, that is, you studied getting volume. Our velocity is there, density is there, work. Work is equal to force into displacement. What is the SI unit of force? That is a Newton. Displacement is a meter. Newton meter is the SI unit of work. Force is Newton, displacement is meter. It is a derived unit of work. These are derived quantities. These are derived units. Getting? And in the next class, we will study about what is a SI units and which type of the system of units are there. And across the world now till today we are using 7 fundamental units and physical quantities. And what is the definition of each and every fundamental quantity and their unit? Everything in the next class we will study. And today's class I have discussed about fundamental quantities, definition, example, derived quantities, definition, example, fundamental quantity, definition, and fundamental units, definition, example, derived units and its definition, everything I have discussed, and I am stopping now. In the next part we can study in the next class. Thank you, and please note down